Good morning. This is All India Radio, Kohima. The morning news read by Jonas Yantan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Odisha and West Bengal to review the situation arising out of cyclone Yas yesterday. He undertook an aerial survey of the cyclone-affected areas in Patrak and Baleswar districts of Odisha and Burba Medinipur in West Bengal. The Prime Minister has announced a financial assistance of 1,000 crore rupees for states affected by Cyclone Yas for immediate relief activities. 500 crore rupees would be immediately given to Odisha. Another 500 crore rupees has been announced for West Bengal and Jharkhand, which will be released on the basis of the damage. Modi assured the people of Odisha, West Bengal and Jharkhand that the union government would closely work with the state governments at this difficult time, extend all possible assistance for restoration and rebuilding of the infrastructure in the affected areas. Nagaland Joint Christian Forum NJCF has called upon the Nagas to make the month of June as prayer for COVID-19. NJCF President Reverend Dr. Zelho Keho, in a press note, said pastors are to locally provide prayer guide for the members. He said as a Christian majority state, Christians have a major role to play in mitigating the virus. He said a church must do away with discrimination and stigma, which is becoming another epidemic in our context. Emphasizing that the church need to reach out to the bereaved, the affected and the sick, Reverend Keho said the church must educate its members to appreciate one another and not to be carried away by myth and falsehood that are doing the rounds. He said all must cooperate with the authority and extend all help to each other to fight against the pandemic. While advising the Christians to stay vigilant during the lockdown, Reverend Keho urged all to follow the SOPs diligently and trust the Lord. Nagaland reported 192 fresh COVID cases yesterday, taking the total caseload to 21,215. Of the new cases, Dimapur reported 61 new cases, 47 in Twensang, 26 in Kohima, 25 in Pek, 14 in Zunapur, 5 in Peren, 4 in Woka and Mogokchung, 3 in Longling, 2 in Kifere and 1 in Mon. Besides 134 positive patients, 65 from Dimapur, 38 in Kohima, 11 in Mogokchung, 9 in Pek, 7 in Peren and 4 in Zunapur have recovered from the infection. With this, the total recovered cases now reached to 15,258, while the state also registered 5 deaths related to COVID, which include 4 in Dimapur and 1 in Mogokchung, thus furthering the COVID deaths tally in the state to 331. The total number of active cases in the state stands at 4,990. So far, a total of 268,356 doses of COVID vaccine has been administered in the state. The GST Council meeting held yesterday had a very detailed discussion on COVID-related equipments. Briefing media after the meeting, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said several issues relating to it were raised and discussed. She said the Council has decided to exempt the import of relief items. Also, this exemption has been extended till 31st August this year. With the rising cases of black fungus, Amphotericin B has also been included in the exemption. The minister said the rates of these exemptions provided were also very clearly discussed, and what has been suggested by the Fitment Committee was put before the Council. The Director General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, yesterday said that suspension of scheduled international passenger flights has been extended till 30th June in view of COVID-19 pandemic. In a circular, the aviation regulator said international scheduled flights may be allowed on selected routes by the competent authority on a case-to-case basis. DGCA said the suspension does not affect international all-cargo operations and flights specifically approved by it. Scheduled international passenger services have been suspended in India since 23rd March last year due to the coronavirus pandemic. But special international flights have been operating under the Vande Bharat mission since May last year. Special international flights have also been operating under bilateral air bubble arrangements with selected countries since July last year. India has formed air bubble banks with around 27 countries. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise, we appeal to our listeners not to lower the guard, follow all the precautions, and all those above 45 years who have taken the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine to get vaccinated with the second dose at a scheduled time. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, focus on hand and face hygiene, and maintain a distance of 2 yards for social distancing. With that, we come to the end of morning news. Have a nice day.